Item 10E, adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a construction contract with Quality Striping, Inc. for the Fleetwood Drive traffic calming project in the amount of $49,975 and approving the construction budget in the amount of $57,500.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of City Council. My name is Tina Singh, Associate Civil Engineer with Public Services. The project in front of you today is a striping and pavement marking construction contract, which is part of the Fleetwood traffic calming project that was approved in 2009. As you recall, the traffic calming project for Fleetwood, the intent was to inform the motorists of the speed limit by installing additional speed limit signs and to slow down traffic speed by installing edge line in the method of visually narrowing the driving lanes. The paving project limit is from the North City limit at Westboro Drive to Crestmore Drive. The construction contract for your consideration, if approved, the staff is anticipating to award the contract end of this month, and with the anticipation to complete the project in this summer. The fiscal impact, we received two bids of one. The lowest bid is $49,975. The other bid received was $72,261. Staff is recommending to accept the low bid with the proposed contract budget of $57,500, which includes 15% of contingency. All project costs are within budget, and this will not require additional City Council action for completion of the overall project. And the last phase, which does not include the City Council action, is the radar display, speed display. We're planning to install and purchase the equipment through a purchase order. We're anticipating to put in the purchase of equipment this spring, and also with the anticipation to finish installing this June. So with that is staff's recommendation for the City Council to authorize the city manager to execute a construction contract for the Fleetwood traffic calming project in an amount of $49,975 and approving the construction budget in an amount of $57,500.
Good. Any questions of staff?
Through the chair.
Michael?
I recall a while back we approved the purchase of a thermoplastic mixing trailer that was going to be used for street markings and striping. How come we're not doing it ourselves?
We have talked to our staff, our street maintenance crew, and based on the configuration of Fleet Drive, it's much of a steep slope for two main crew that we are able to allocate it for striping, and it's actually going to take a longer time for our, the size, and we find that it's more efficient that we could do this with a contract.
In addition to what Tina said, she is absolutely right. Also, that new equipment was purchased by us last year, and is a certain learning process involved and training process involved. And the crew already did great work last year, at the end of the year, refreshing many of the existing pavement. And for this phase, they are the most effective to refresh existing pavement, existing striping. They can produce a higher productivity, and they can be more effective. In a later phase, they will be able to be competitive and very effective implementing new striping also.
Just to follow on that, so because it's Fleetwood Drive is what I'm being told is why you want to have it outsourced for the striping. If it were somewhere else within the city that wasn't so steep or so long, then that would be different. Then we would have staff do that. Is that what I'm hearing?
You say combination of things, the slope, but also the fact that this is a new striping that has to be marked on the pavement first. And our crew is not that efficient yet doing the marking themselves. They are much more efficient at this phase of their training process. This is a very, very new equipment for us to refresh already existing markings.
So we already have efficient staff. So how long do you see it taking before they become even more efficient and they're able to, after the appropriate training and being able to take on that task?
They are very efficient, refreshing refreshing the existing marking, and that is a huge need for the whole city. And I think they will be able to be comparable with the private sector very shortly, probably 1-2 years.
In 2 years.
I just have to ask a question. Do we have any concern that the bids were so far apart, the two bids?
I would not have any concern. This contractor is known to the city. They did other good quality work. Is no concern.
And the other company just figured they'd throw a big number and see if they got it. I mean, it's one of those discrepancies that begs to to question, and I accept the fact that you're familiar with the company that you're going to award you want to award the contract to. You're familiar with them, because if not, then I think there's concern.
Based on our review of the bid, our department feel very comfortable to award the contract.
Any other questions? Action?
I'll adopt the resolution, or introduce the resolution.
Councilmember O'Connell. Aye. Councilmember Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Salazar.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.